No, I am genuinely not making this up. Today, on Monday, the 2nd of December 2024, Alton Towers have announced that not one, not two, but three of their attractions will now be permanently closed. They will not be reopening for the 2025 season. Now, many people have said that Alton Towers have had a very terrible 2024 season. I mean, ride availability's been awful, arrow marks still exist, and the Sky Ride has remained closed for yet another year, the core means of transportation around the park. And we've had an announcement today from the park which is literally the final nail in the coffin. Now, around about a month ago, when the park was wrapping up for the 2024 season, they were putting on their Phalanx-themed fireworks event. Rumours started to emerge that the Blade, the park's pirate ship located in Forbidden Valley that's been operating ever since the park opened in 1980, would be closing for good at the end of the season. The park have today confirmed that that attraction, a huge draw for families and thrill seekers, a good means for children who are starting to get into thrill rides, can transition between the kids' rides and big roller coasters and attractions such as Nemesis, the Smiler. You get what I mean. The park have just decided, no, we're going to get rid of it, even though it appears from a guest perspective that the ride is still running very reliably. It doesn't seem to have had much downtime for my observations, which can't be said for the majority of rides at that park. Therefore, it just seems like a bizarre decision for the park to make when they're already suffering a massive crisis in terms of lack of capacity and supporting rides around the park to support when the major attractions such as the Smiler and Nemesis, as I mentioned, get stupidly long queues. But it gets even worse, as they've also announced that Flavio's fabulous Fandango, a ride located in the World of David Walliams area, another flat ride, believe it or not, this time a Sizzler ride, is also not going to be reopening for the 2025 season. And to top it all off, another attraction in that area, the Alton Towers Dungeons, which closed back in summer of this year to make way for the Amigos in the Afterlife family scare attraction, is also not going to be reopening next year. That's two attractions in very close proximity to each other in an area of the park that really suffers from lack of supporting rides, even more so than Forbidden Valley, just gone forever without any prior notice. When Rita and 13 inevitably continue to break down every 5 minutes in 2025, as they are notorious for doing because they're manufactured by Intamin, which are renowned for making very unreliable coasters, there's going to be even less for people to do. Last year they also removed 3 rides in the closed season because they removed the Retro Squad. So that's 6 rides we've lost in a 2-year time period, and only one of them is being replaced because the Blade is technically being replaced with Toxicator, as it's rumoured to be called. The new Plus Top Spin coming in 2025. But even so, that's still not a proper replacement because it doesn't cater to the family audience that Blade did. It's only going to cater to the hardcore thrill seekers. I don't know what's going on with Alton Towers. I'm really concerned. I'm reluctant to blame the likes of Bianca because I genuinely do feel from the bottom of my heart that she's the right person to run this park, but I feel sorry for her in a way that the park's just continued to go down the toilet ever since she took over because... And to just add to this tragedy even more, my camera's just died and I want to get this video out as quickly as possible, so I'm not going to charge that up, I'm just going to finish this on my phone instead. I genuinely do have faith that she knows what she's doing, and she's already made a good few improvements around the park and seems to have some bright ideas for it. However, it just seems like Merlin are continuously making cutbacks to the place and are choosing to focus more on the southern parks and parks abroad instead, and therefore Alton Towers is just really struggling at the moment. We've had news recently that the Merlin magic making base there is going to be closing for good, which is going to lead to a ton of redundancies. And yeah, I don't know what else to say. The park just seems to be in a complete mess. I have to say though, I don't think Scarefest was as bad as a lot of people made it out to be, which is why I'm going to go and check out this video on the right side of your screen. It's my vlog back from that event, and for more things theme park related in the UK and beyond, make sure you click the icon in the centre of your screen to subscribe.